He's not a young dog, he's 9, and when I got him, he was almost a year old, and over the years, he's gotten worse because I didn't do the training that I should have done in the beginning, and now we're fixing that. So it really kind of evolved. He's always had the reactivity in that if we just walked out the door, he would jump through a window to follow us. He's always been over the top with the barking and he's never been able to be trusted off leash. He's killed chickens before, he's gone after dogs and people. But really it was the day-to-day, not being able to leave the house, not being able to find anyone. In all the years I've had him, I've had one dog sitter who was willing to work with him. Because he's just, with the jumping and the barking, he was just too scary. Even though he's never bitten anybody other than me, even though, and I could never have anyone take him for a walk because he couldn't be trusted out on the road. And we certainly couldn't travel or have people over. It got to the point where I had aluminum foil or poster board taped over all the windows because if he could see or hear something outside, I had white noise machines going 24/7 so he couldn't hear people coming and going. It just evolved to the point where we had no life at all, none. And so now to see that he's capable of being calm, he's capable of being obedient, he's capable of correcting. Like that, I've never had that before, and I've done so much work with him, but nothing stuck.
Yeah.
And a lot of it was that I wasn't taking it to the extreme that I needed to, which really isn't an extreme. It's just that he was reacting and I was backing off. Yeah. I really struggled with that, with the whole story of him having been abused.
Yes.
And also that structure is good for the nervous system, and when you're correcting them at home is what fixes the reactivity when you're not at home, because you're creating that relationship.
Yeah. I remember on the drop-off, he was out of control.
Out of control.
He just saw a dog.
Yeah.
Is that how it was, like on the streets?
Yeah, a dog, a horse, a deer, a person, a UPS truck.
It looked the same.
Yeah, it didn't matter what it was. He had his few favorites that he would not react to, but it was more like if you could make a list of the exceptions rather than the rules, he would react to almost everything. And if it moved out of view, he would calm back down and we could keep going. If it didn't and I tried to move him past whatever it was, that's when he would just lose it. He wouldn't allow me to move him past the trigger. We couldn't keep walking. He would start like crocodile rolling, he'd come up the leash, he'd redirect onto my other dog, he would attack me, and 30 seconds later, he's leaning his head on my leg and giving me the doe eyes and like, aren't I a good dog, Mom? And like nothing had ever happened.
He hits a certain point and then you'll lose it. And that's why we talk about it. It's like, you've got to catch him before that certain point, or else you're going to have to be extremely firm with him.
Yeah, and I have to remember, being firm with him is not going to harm our relationship. Letting him blow off things is what's harming our relationship.
Of course it is.
That's what it comes down to. Being too permissive is what's causing us to have such horrible quality of life.
Yes.
I'm not looking forward to the 1,200-mile drive home, but I am looking forward to the fact that I can stop and pump gas and he's not going to be trying to claw his way out of the car to get next to me. I'm looking forward to that we can stop at a rest area and the dogs can potty and I don't have to be, scouting to find the one little spot where there's no other dogs around. And I'm looking forward to being able to have a more active life with the both of them, to be able to go for hikes, to be able to go for our daily walks and not have to reroute our path because, we might see a squirrel. Like, it's really amazing that he can just lay there sleeping with other dogs and other people in the room like it's no big deal. But I've literally never seen him be able to do that, even with close family members that he's known his whole life. Honestly, there was a couple of minutes there when we were at the dog park when I was mentally counting and I was like, holy fuck, there's like 9 dogs within eyesight right now. He has never been able to get past one dog, let alone 9.
Yeah.
I think that the message seems so simple that it's that you have to have structure, that you have to be consistent, Don't be afraid of the corrections, and I think that's, you know, it's the details. It's the following through on all the little things that's the important thing, and that's the thing that I had to really learn. And the reason I followed you guys for so long and saved up to be able to bring him to a board and training was because I knew that I wasn't doing enough or the right things to get him to where he is now. And the amount of progress that you've made in 6 weeks is, like I said earlier, it's a Christmas miracle.